Quick message before the episode begins. We will be discussing episode 1 of the Halo TV series. So if you do not want to hear anything about this series, this is your spoiler warning. All right, enjoy the rest of the podcast. Welcome back to the Digital Illusion Podcast. My name is Brennan. I am your host with my co-host here, Justin.
Hi.
Hi. Justin, we're discussing important topics like Halo because we can't ever not talk about Halo on the beginning of this podcast.
We're probably going to be talking about Halo for the rest of our time.
Yeah. So, and not... okay, here's the thing. So we got... actually, quite a few of these gaming news is Halo related. And I'll be honest, it was not a great week for gaming.
Yeah.
It was really not. So,
seems very dry in general.
Yeah, let's start off with since we mentioned Halo, we'll start off with Halo. So, Halo, I watched the first episode of the series. Because it was free on YouTube. But now it doesn't matter because I just got the 30-day trial like literally 10 minutes ago for Paramount Plus.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
There you go.
But I'll be honest, not everything I have to say about episode 1 is bad. So
please elaborate.
Okay, so the first 15 minutes actually really badass. So you were not kidding when you said that they just straight up murder a bunch of children. It is bloody. My goodness, like it is something. I was not prepared for the brutality the show was pulling out. Like I think actually the show really needed that brutality. And I think that's one of its redeeming qualities is how brutal it is, because it really shows like this is war. This isn't going to be like all sunshine and rainbows. But, you know, like so the action was really great. Like I'll be honest, I really don't like the Elite's design. There's the CGI.
I watched some clips on it. Yeah, it
the
looks
CGI is very doo-doo dog water.
Yeah.
like they actually back in Forward Unto Dawn had better CGI.
Right. I remember Forward Unto Dawn. It was fun.
Master Chief himself, his design is really good. Like I love his design as armor. They really went into detail when it came to armor. I don't think, to my knowledge, I don't think any of these teammates that he has are actual teammates he's had before. But you know, it's Silver Team now instead of Blue Team, so that's a pretty good indication that's going to be a really weird. But yeah, first like 15 minutes were going real great. The intro came out and it was like really cool. And then after the intro, the story started. And that's where the series just plummeted to a flat line.
Oh,
dude,
no.
I am not kidding you when I said I was audibly distressed when watching the first episode.
Oh.
Now, there's surprising, like, for people who say that they didn't watch, like, pay attention to the game or, like, talk about the game, they got quite a few details actually pretty accurate. But, god damn. Like, what do you know about Chief? What do you know about Chief when you think Master Chief?
Well, what do you mean? Like, in context of, like, who he is as a character? Or, like...
exactly that.
His past, or what?
I'd say give me context into his character.
So, he's very, like... To me, Master Chief, because we've talked about how Master Chief is kind of like, you kind of create your own narrative with him along with what he already is. But him himself, he's written like... He's very soldier-based, and he wants to be doing the right thing. He's going to be saving. He's... obviously, his name's John. But, yeah, he's very compassionate. He's empathetic, but also very strong-witted and very soldier-based.
Yeah. So here's the thing. That's about as much as you'll see. As much as you'll see on his character that they basically already established is that he's compassionate and like he wants to do the right thing. But like other than that, like everything else is just it's very strange and out of character. I mean, like episode 1, John has already gone AWOL.
Huh.
Episode 1, he has gone AWOL for a teenager because this teenager is like, so they're also setting up, maybe I don't know too much about the UNSC, but we've always seen the good side of the UNSC, and this show is really pitching into the UNSC's bad side. So right off the bat, the UNSC is trying to put the only survivor of this attack that happened in the first 15 minutes of the show. She's not complying. They want her to be like kind of a spokesperson to say like, hey, like we want like unity so that we can help fight the Covenant and stuff like that. What we've already basically seen in all of the Halo games. Well, this girl's like, no, I don't want to do that. My dad was basically the rebel leader. That's like hypocritical. And they're like, cool, we're going to put you to death now. And John's going to do it. And so he's like, cool, I'm just going to go AWOL, even though I've done worse, apparently. Like, he's described that, like, he's had, like, moral problems with some of the, like, orders that he's gotten, but he still did it anyway. So he kind of already kind of set up himself up to, like, I've done this before, I can do it again. But he's like, nah, this time she's worth saving, I guess. Even though I'm already kind of expecting this character to be like the new Star Wars Rose, you know?
Yeah.
Where she's just kind of there, and she's not really going to play a whole lot of, like, part into the story.
Uh-huh.
But yeah. So yeah, he goes AWOL. It's really weird. I don't like it. I'll be honest. I'm sure this actor has probably done really good in other things, but the person that they get to play Captain Keyes' daughter, I don't think she remembers how to act for this show. She's, in my personal opinion, I don't think she's got the right emotions for the scenes.
Oh dear.
And so she was like one of my main problems, actually, more than a lot of other things. Obviously, John takes off his helmet, and keeps it off for a super long time. The trailer for episode 2 has already been released, and 95% of the trailer, he has his helmet off.
Right.
And he's also kind of like freaking out because, so they're kind of like, my best guess is they're kind of going into the lines. I don't remember what his thing was called. So in Halo 4, you discover your chief is something. Like, he's like something, and that's why the Diadact and the Harbinger or whatever, they all like have something. Like, he's like this special thing to them. Do you remember?
He's like a key, right?
Yeah. So
he's like the key to I don't know if it was like life or something.
Yes, he's something.
But I remember they describe him as a key of some sort.
Mm-hmm. So he has this like freak out session in the trailer for episode 2 because he's slowly starting to realize, because they're playing off of that kind of thing where he's like the key or whatever, you know? And he's like activating these Forerunner things without knowing what he's doing, and then he's also getting like flashbacks of his parents. So they have a lot of good things going with it, but they also don't know how to tell a story. So all the good things that they get on this show, they really like mess it up.
Which honestly doesn't surprise me at this point. I already kind of knew that this was going to be a really weird and awkward, bad show.
Yeah.
I saw some of the stuff, and I'll give you my take on it without actually seeing it. The CGI for it made me think it was a fan fiction film.
That's
like
exactly. I was like, dude, this is a great fan film. Like, this is a great fan show.
It literally, the CGI in it just seems very janky. The way that Master Chief runs in one part literally just looks so dumb. And it to me is like, this should be a free thing on YouTube to watch, not, which obviously the first episode is.
That's how I watched the first episode.
So at this point, it just feels way more fanficky and made by some like college students rather than a company.
Yeah, I was gonna mention the same thing to you because I was like I was just sitting there watching. I was like, this would be an awesome fan film.
Right.
Like honestly, you could ignore it if it was a fan film, you know, because like
Right.
obviously there's stuff that they can't like straight
Well,
rip, and
yep,
people
exactly.
take
Like if
artistic
it's
liberties, but
right, and it's because it's a company that has money.
yeah,
They have money to do the right thing, and they're not doing that. That's what bothers me about it so much.
who knows? Maybe they could have even fixed the CGI if they went with a different streaming service that probably had more money. Like Paramount Plus is fairly new, and for the
Yeah.
most part, they're being funded by the Cooking Channel or something like that. I don't know exactly what's on Paramount Plus, but I know it's not the most popular of things. I think the most
Sure.
recent thing that I actually am curious to check out on there is the new Jackass movie, but that's just mainly curiosity because I've never seen a Jackass movie.
Yeah. I've seen bits and pieces from them. They seem funny. I just don't really care for,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
guess, a lot of it. It's just not like a thing that I really followed and I wasn't super fanning about. So, yeah, I didn't really care.
Exactly. But yeah, that's really all we have. That's really all I have on the first episode. Obviously, I'll probably, now that I have the trial, I'll keep up on the rest of the show and see how it's doing. But
Yeah, you're going to be the only advocate for it because I'm I'm not going to watch.
it's tough, and it's a
Call
tough.
me call me a bad reviewer and whatever, but I wasn't really built to be a full reviewer, so eat my ass.
Yeah, I've also told my girlfriend that she needs to watch it so that she can get an unbiased opinion on it.
Or don't.
It's safer to not. Like you actually
Keep a
could,
biased opinion.
you can get brain damage watching this show. So just
It has
be
been
aware.
proven that 9 times out of 10 people who watch it get brain damage in the next 3 days.
I gotta show you a clip. Like I might even just play like a little audio snippet of what happens in the next episode because Chief like breaks. It's like as if Master Chief broke character because he just throws a dude up on the wall and he just goes, "What am I?"
Oh my gosh,
I'm
man.
gonna put in a clip right here just of that little segment just so that people can hear how bad it is. It's like,
Yeah,
that's
that's
not
definitely not
Chief.
Chief.
Who are you?
All right, we've said enough about Halo.
Okay, well actually we haven't because there's a few more things we have just about the series at least.
Why does it keep happening?
Because this company is really trying their best.
They make it really easy to talk shit on it.
They really do. So the Wolverine brand of shoes just teamed up with Halo, and they have like a $225 pair of boots. And I mean, I don't like. I'm not the biggest shoe guy. I know you kind of like
Really?
like, you
Because I
used
always
to
took
kinda
you for like
shoes.
you are the shoe guy. You have so many shoes that I would call you like definitely the shoe guy.
I'm the shoe guy for Walmart brand shoes because I have never gotten. I think since I've like moved out on my own, I don't think I've gotten a single pair of shoes that isn't Walmart brand.
Hey, you know what? You're still the shoe guy in my heart, buddy.
Thanks, man. But I mean,
Although
like,
I have way better shoes than you.
yes,
Come on.
that's true. That's very true.
I'm just kidding.
These,
This isn't a flex.
yeah, I know.
This is love.
I really don't care, so it's cool. But yeah, the shoes. I mean, the boots themselves, they look all right, but like, I don't think you're wearing these boots outside on a normal day. I think these are the kind of boots that are a good template for a cosplay of Master Chief. But other than that, like, I'm not wearing these boots anywhere else. Like, I'd suggest taking a second to like look at a picture of these boots. Wolverine X.
You know what? Instead of doing that, Brennan, why don't you go ahead and put an audio picture up?
All right, here it is. That is a nice boot. That is a nice cosplay
That's
boot.
a really cool boot there, bud. Anyway.
Yeah, so a couple of last second things for Halo, and then we'll finally move on to the rest of the news that I have written down. So Co-op and Forge have reportedly been delayed.
Of course.
Again.
I mean, what else?
So and alongside
This is for Halo Infinite.
Yes. So alongside of that, not good news for the Halo team. The multiplayer lead developer has just left the company.
Yikes.
Yeah, so it's a lot of like yeesh, a lot of yeesh going
This is
on
a
here.
question I have. Will Halo ever be good again?
Probably not, but who knows? Because they also did just leak a little bit of leaks have come out about a possible battle royale, and we were joking like, man, maybe battle royale might actually be the thing that saves this game. Turns out it's possibly coming.
Yeah.
So they kind of teased at some air battles and stuff like that, which I mean, I had a lot of fun with air battles back in Halo Reach with the like wasps and stuff like that, and they're teasing like
Yeah.
an actual ship. So maybe that could be fun.
Are we gonna
Um,
get like Battlefront 2 space battles? Because that shit was sick.
yeah, that was oh my gosh, like the original one where you actually could like
When you actually went into space and went into each other's like main
ships.
ships and
Yeah,
like all that, and you had to go sabotage and yeah, that was cool,
I
man.
if
I
they
want
did
that.
that, that would be a good Halo thing, you know?
Yeah, go into a Covenant ship, go and
Oh my
destroy
gosh.
everything inside, and watch
Especially
it
if you could
blow up
play
as you
as the
fly away.
Covenant. Yeah,
Literally,
exactly.
literally, my pants are wet.
Yeah. They've also kind of teased a little bit of flood for these battle royale modes.
That's pretty cool.
And then they finally get a final like a official look at the Covenant carbine being added. It looks
Added.
weird. It looks weird, but I mean, if it's nothing different, I have no problem with it.
Yeah, see, this is the thing that I have why I laughed at the whole. It's they're adding the gun when it's literally been a part of Halo since like
It just should have been there.
Halo.
Should have already been there. You don't have to worry about why. What happened during the like programming phase that we're like, shit, we gotta stop the carbine from being a thing.
Oh yeah, I can tell you that. Stalker rifle. Hey, we have a stalker rifle. We don't need the carbine. It's pretty much the exact same thing, but it shoots red.
I don't even remember which one this is.
The stalker rifle is the red one. That shoots kind of quickly. It shoots red lasers out of it, and it shoots just like the carbine. Not as fast, but it's pretty much the carbine of Halo Infinite.
I don't remember this one. It's been a really hot minute
Which
since I
which
played
should show
Infinite.
you why it leaves an insanely amazing imprint on your head.
Exactly.
So
The physical imprint. I don't remember a lot anymore.
you know what? I can't blame that.
All right, Justin, we've finally gotten through our Halo segment of the podcast.
And never again will we talk about Halo
Never again.
until next week.
Until yeah, until next week. So we also have this is weird. I don't know why I included this, but I just thought it was kind of funny. Dyson, you know, like the vacuum company,
Yeah.
they made headphones. And
Okay. Are they for a specific purpose, or they just have?
I mean, I only included this because like headphones can be used for gaming, but they have this like weird like Bane mask on it. It's an air purifier. So it's like headphone mask air purifier thing.
Are you supposed to play with it in like an apocalypse
I
of like
guess so.
spore people?
Like literally just imagine like Beats by Dre sitting on your head and then like a choker, like a ball gag in your mouth. And that's what
Huh.
the air purifier looks like.
That's pretty cool.
Like it really does kind of look like a ball gag.
That's pretty awesome, man.
Uh-huh.
Bring your gaming and sex life to a whole new meaning.
Yeah, no kidding. Wait.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no,
All right.
see what you got to do is you got to do the thing where you go onto Pornhub and then you find those things that are like audio like synchronized
Oh right, yeah.
and like maybe like South Park's like Smell-O-Vision where where they like fart in your face or something. I don't know what people
You
do on
taste
the
it in your mouth?
Pornhub.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it.
Oh, well, this will be the last episode of the podcast because we're getting kicked off.
It's we're immediately too sexual.
Yeah. Okay, this is where we get kind of more towards the sad stuff. So remember how we were talking about how fun it would be to do an E3 like video? where we
Yep.
just like watched through all the E3. E3 2022 has officially been canceled this year. E3 is
Or
officially
E3.
canceled. I'm really sad about this one because I was actually super excited for another E3 party and just watching through and then like kind of commentating on it for the podcast. That would have been
Yeah,
so much
I
fun.
thought it would have been really cool, and you know what? They're probably going to still have their own conferences. I would expect that Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo are all going to keep doing their weird like conference type stuff. I know Xbox has like their whole shit set up for everything, so
Yeah. So like
it's probably not going to be at E3. We haven't really had a full E3 though, if you think about it,
for a
long
while.
time.
But they're
'cause
they're
of
canceling the
Sony.
digital one and the physical one this year.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. That's been the biggest thing for gaming for a long time, for at least news and announcements. So there's going to be something that comes from it, and I can almost bet money on that. So
Yeah. They like I mean they do plan to continue having E3 until next year, like for next year at least. So there's a little bit of hope that we can still do our little plan, but as of right now, I hope with the fact that E3 is canceled, that these companies and stuff like that, like Xbox and all that, they hold off, because a lot of people really think that these games get announced when they're not ready because
Yeah.
they want to rush to announce at E3. But the thing is that this is their opportunity to hold back and make sure that they wait until the game is
sure.
pretty ready to announce it, you know?
yeah,
So I'm hoping that there's some good coming out of the cancellation of E3. Because, I mean, E3 is great, but with that factor, they do have a lot of problems with
sure.
games that were just announced way too early that are not ready. And then people just freak out, like, where is this game? It was announced. Why aren't we having it?
Starfield.
Cyberpunk.
Starfield.
Starfield, yeah.
Elder Scrolls 6.
Elder Scrolls. Oh my god.
Yeah, we were talking about all that. So-
Yeah, I'm going to check out the other podcast.
yeah, please.
Yeah, and then more bad news, unfortunately, about like delays and stuff like that. Breath of the Wild 2 has been delayed until 2023.
Yep.
I was real sad about that one.
Yeah, I hope they're taking the time, obviously, to make it a good experience. Because Pokemon, I never got their open world Arceus, whatever you want to say. I never got it.
Yeah.
I didn't really want it because it just seems very janky. It's a cool new concept for Pokemon. Obviously, we haven't really talked about it, but I don't think it was it. I don't think that was the way to go about it right now. I don't know. It just seems really weird.
I think it was a good idea, but like I don't know if they've completely understood how to master it yet.
Right, and it's like obviously you have the experience with Breath of the Wild, yada yada yada. But we'll see. We'll see if the next two Pokemon games, Scarlet and Violet, were gonna be better than Sword and Shield, and
Yeah, for sure.
kind of better than Legend Arceus.
Well, I mean, at least I'm just hoping, at least more than anything, that they learned from their last episode. The last lesson.
Episode.
They learned from their lesson from Sword and Shield of actually working on the characters instead of just ripping the characters out from past games. Like,
Especially 3DS games.
yeah, like that was the
Like-
big controversy with that game, was that they ripped all of the characters out from the 3DS models.
Right. So
It's not a good idea, man. Especially for Switch. Like, we're already getting some bad rep for Switch. Let's try and pick it up.
exactly. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, going into games that we were excited for, Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. we
It's gonna
were.
be canceled forever. Just kidding. I'm sure they'll release it eventually.
But with its delay, they did give us just a little bit more clips of the game. So that was nice. They showed a clip where the Master Sword is actually like decayed and broken in half. So I'm expecting a pretty interesting like story here. But the thing is that it's a little strange because they've already kind of did that with Breath of the Wild, where like when you first find it, it's all rusted and then it gets fixed. But this time it's
right. It kind of feels like, to me, it's just like they are running out of ideas.
yeah, like copy and
They're
paste.
just like, ooh, we already broke Master Sword once. Why don't we break the Master Sword
Just a little bit more.
more?
Exactly.
And then they're like, oh, maybe it'll. Well, obviously, we're gonna be able to probably mend it in the game.
Next time,
Like-
it's
like
just
we
going to be a
did.
pool noodle.
Yeah, it's gonna be some styrofoam patched together with Scotch tape.
And who
Yeah,
knows?
that's a great idea.
I wonder if this is like their kind of like introduction into bringing. I don't remember how you say your name. I'm just going to say Fi or Fee, but maybe this is their introduction on bringing her back because they've kind of already hinted at Fee coming back for
Yeah,
like in the first Breath of the Wild where you kind of hear the sound effect from Skyward Sword, and then this one
right.
is kind of focusing a little bit more on Sky Islands and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I think they're really trying to make Skyward Sword like a thing again.
Which I don't think is the greatest idea.
Look, the story for Skyward Sword was enough to like kind of tighten it up a bit. I could say that. At
Yeah.
least.
I was okay with the gameplay of it. I just wish it was kind of a different,
Yeah.
I guess, direction with story and design. I don't know.
Yeah, it was
It was
a
just
little
odd. The
clunky.
characters were just really weird.
Yeah. They fixed it a little bit with its remaster, but honestly, I don't think it needed a remaster.
Yeah,
I think
Twilight
we
Princess
needed
definitely does.
so
Please
many
give us
other
Twilight
games.
Princess now, please.
I know they already wasted their potential by remastering it for the Wii U. And I'm like, no, save it for the Switch. And don't just re-release the Ocarina of Time. Just remaster it. Just bring us
Yep.
all the good games. Stop really trying to force Skyward on us.
Yeah, it's like we wanted it once, but not again.
Yeah, we could ignore it one time. Just stop the second.
Exactly. Anyway,
Yeah. So Sony also announced their subscription plan for their PSN, like, kind of Xbox Game Pass competitor. I think
Yeah.
they're really, really kind of pushing, like, I think they're kind of robbing people here.
really.
It's insane. Like, so I have this picture that like compares all of the pricing for like Xbox and PlayStation and Nintendo with their recent subscriptions
Yeah,
and
they're
stuff like
they're
that.
kind of like weird stuff for
You-
Nintendo. Yeah.
Well, and we've already talked about how we don't think Nintendo understands subscriptions yet.
Yep.
So it's kind of funny that I think that Nintendo still is doing better at their subscriptions than PlayStation here.
Yep.
So as of right now, sorry, hold on. No, stop. Okay, sorry. Turns out when you shake things on Instagram, like if you shake your phone while on Instagram, it thinks that you're having a existential crisis to what you're looking at. So they just constantly bring up, is there a problem? It's really annoying, and it's more of a problem when you annoy me like this.
Yeah, that's actually really weird. Why would that be a thing on Instagram, you think?
It's
Like,
stupid.
seriously, are you gonna get so pissed that you're gonna be shaking your phone like, ooh, I really don't want this on my feed?
It's called delete Instagram. You don't if you don't want to look at it, block the person or just delete
Honestly. So I wonder what that. Anyway, whatever.
it. So Xbox, the most you're paying for like all of their best stuff is $14.
Yep.
So
Well,
there's-
see, with that, you're getting game and you're getting live, like
yeah,
online.
and yeah, so so you're paying for let's see, so $10 for Xbox Live a month,
Yep.
and 14 a month for Game Pass, which is great. That's actually really good. PlayStation, they decided to split their subscription into 3 tiers. It's stupid. Get ready for this one. So we have
I'm ready.
$10 for the Essential plan. I don't know what comes with the Essential plan, but it's probably like
Do
two
they not
chopsticks.
advertise it?
No, this is just for a post from IGN where they just show the pricing of it. But they do kind of show a little bit of what comes in these plans. But Xbox is definitely beating them. So stop saying PlayStation's better because you're wasting your money. So for the extra plan, it's $14.99. So what you would be paying for Game Pass Ultimate.
Okay, yeah.
Now for premium, that's $18 a month. That comes with everything. Okay.
Okay.
So there's no family plan when it comes to Xbox or PlayStation. Family plan's pretty exclusive to Nintendo right now.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, they're more of a family-oriented series stuff anyway,
Now
if
the
you think about it.
comparative with the additional perks that come with getting the premium plan here and getting Ultimate for Xbox, there's monthly downloadable games. Okay, so Xbox games with gold.
Yep.
But the thing is, Xbox has Xbox games with gold, XCloud, free games on the Ultimate with so 100 plus games, EA
Yep.
Play, so Xbox and PC downloadable games,
Yep.
access to older games. I think PlayStation is doing a little better when it comes to older games. Xbox really kind of does
Yeah.
want to throw their older games into the garbage. Game trials. You do get game trials for PlayStation, but with Game Pass, you get Xbox and EA game trials.
Hmm.
Everybody has the exclusive downloads, and this is the weird thing. PlayStation has excluded their cloud saves to having the subscription. So if you wanted to cloud save something, you got to keep that subscription, or else they don't save it. They just delete it. Well,
Weird.
Xbox, it doesn't matter if you're subscribed, they keep the cloud saves.
That's very nice.
Yeah, so that means, you're going to play through a game on Game Pass, and they take it off of Game Pass, and you get the game later, you still have all your progress. So
Yeah.
that's the nice thing. It's like, why don't you just do that?
I don't know.
I don't know why you don't do
Tony,
that.
bro.
And then finally on our list of news, this one's weird. So the ninja, the streamer.
Yeah, the ninja, the only
ninja.
ninja.
So he started an online class, like schooling.
I've been seeing that advertised
Yeah.
everywhere. I said to my twins that I'm working with
This.
at Twinamagans, you guys can follow us on YouTube and Twitch.
We'll have a video with me in these upcoming soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Great.
Anyway, continue.
I sent him a picture like, dudes, this is how we make it. This is literally what we need to do.
No, dude, let me tell you.
We're gonna join the ninja course.
Let me tell you. So it is $15 a month for his classes, or you could do what this is like the best deal I've ever seen. $200 a year, Justin. How do you beat that pricing?
100 a year.
$200 a year. How do you beat that pricing? So people have already
To become a streamer, dude, in like 30 days?
Yeah, he teaches you how to become a streamer. But the thing is that his trailer for it is like the number one no-no for streamers. Like his lesson 1 is a big no-no for streamers. He's literally ruining people's careers, and he's charging you $200 for it.
Explain.
So a big
Ninja would never do anything wrong.
Yeah, no. Why would he ever do anything wrong? Yeah. So, so the biggest no-no that I've always seen when I first started streaming, was that you really should not, keep your viewer count open. You don't want to keep
never
that
know
open.
how many you're seeing, just so you don't try to act differently at times, right?
Yeah, so you really want to show who you are all the time. You don't want to like change your personality or like change like everything you're doing just because somebody joined the thing. And then it's also kind of just like a little strange when like you just suddenly shift your attention from the game straight to whoever just joined, because then most of the time they leave right away. They're like, this is too much for me. I gotta go. So yeah, so it's basically like a big no-no to leave it open. Yeah,
Obviously, leave your chat open. Duh.
well, yeah, you got to leave the chat open, but you don't want to see how many people are in there because it's also another thing. Like why it's another no-no is because you lose your energy if you find out that you've been talking to yourself for an hour. Like
Right.
when it's YouTube, it's different because you're talking to yourself. But streaming,
Yep.
you're going there because you want to chat with other people while like you're just wanting people to watch you live there. And so when you see that nobody's watching, I mean, like it just sucks. It's a mood killer, let me tell you.
Yeah.
So yeah, right off the bat, he tells people to leave that right open, and that you always want to just give direct attention to all of your viewers. And I'm like, dude, have you streamed before? Like, what happened?
He went to Mixer, and Mixer disbanded and ruined his career.
Yeah. It's so funny too, because like he put so much fucking faith in Mixer, and right off the bat, like just a couple months later,
Yep.
and then he just had to crawl back to Twitch, like, hey,
Please
listen.
take me back.
I bet you
Dude,
anything. I
that's
can't wait
pathetic.
until he switches over to Facebook Live and then have that crash. I think it's just
they're gonna
wherever he
disband
goes.
Yep. he's the bad luck guy. Well, he based his entire career off Fortnite.
Yeah, and I mean, when 90% of your audience are children that you're trying to extort, you know,
It kind of turns on you, I would say.
yeah, you cannot lie that Fortnite really is the #1 extorter of children.
Right.
I feel like the reason we have these problems with YouTube now of like COPPA and all that, that is straight up because of Fortnite. I can tell you that.
You know what?
Now.
I can agree with that because of all the stuff that they put in their game to entice people to come play when it's really you're enticing children to
No,
come
they
buy
are
your game and
straight-
spend their mom's money on your game.
Yeah, they are straight up like they are targeting children on Fortnite, and it's
terrible,
really it's disgusting, really. And
Yeah,
so-
me and my buds, the twins, we went back and played it because it got a little more competitive, and we wanted to see if the competition was kind of getting somewhere because they took out building.
I watched that video.
Um,
I thought it looked like you guys were actually having a pretty fun time.
It was fun because we were playing against all the fourth graders that don't know how to play the game.
So
Because
now
we
the
got
game's,
into
like,
lobbies because we were new players.
Yeah.
So
I know. I saw you
it-
rocking the basic skin out there.
Yeah, dude. So, in general, it's just a game that we're not really going to be doing much with because it's just such a... It's a broken thing anyway. It's just a cash grab to
Yeah.
entice people to buy it and whatever. And obviously, you got to do your own stuff when you're a company. I understand that. But I feel like it is kind of a game targeted just for kids and to make kids buy stuff.
I would probably be a lot more addicted to Fortnite if they probably continued on with their original idea. We've talked about this before, but I just miss the old one.
I've talked about I missed that it was going to be a zombie survival game.
Yeah, it was like it's like a tower defense. Like it was an alternate tower of defense.
Yeah, and like that to me seems enticing enough. Like that's the type of games I like, just like build crafting and then surviving and all that. I really like those. I like open worlds in general, and I have some on our actual topic for today that I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, for sure.
But we'll get to that obviously. But still, like it should have been two different things.
That's all right.
But yeah, anyway, it's just something I'm not going to be putting a lot of effort into anymore. Obviously, I never really did in the first place, but I wanted to give it a chance because it looked like it was going somewhere. But to me now, it just doesn't seem like it's going to do much.
Yeah, you actually were like. So I was starting thinking about giving it a chance now that they took the building out, and now that it's staying out, like for sure. But
It's definitely going to be a game to play on the side for fun.
yeah,
But
if you really
just
have the
don't
friends,
spend money on it.
Yeah, if you have the friends, just take some time to like. It's kind of like how sometimes you and me would just play like Roblox just for the fun of it,
Just for the giggles,
just
bro.
the memes. It really was for the memes.
Yeah, it really is. So, in general, Fortnite, stay away. It's bad.
Yeah. Well, that is all the news that I have. So I think we're really ready to just kind of get into our little just fun segment of talking about games that we're excited for.
Yeah. I'm down.
Yeah. Do
you want me to start? Or do you want to start?
Ahead. I want you to start.
Please. Okay. So obviously we've been talking about Lego Star Wars a lot. I am really excited for it. Some of the main reasons I want to give context of why I'm excited. It's not because it's like it doesn't seem like a too big of a cash grab to me at this point. It seems very like the people who are making it seem like they care a lot more, and there's a lot of effort being put into it. This is just from what I've seen, right?
Yeah.
I could be completely wrong, and it could disappoint me, but honestly, I have high hopes for it because I've seen how cool the leveling system looks, how you can explore different planets and worlds and open worlds and stuff.
Yeah.
The way that the shooting and everything looks now, it's really like high division, Gears of War style shooting. Like, it looks really, really promising. I am super excited for Lego Star Wars, and it's also because I grew up playing those Lego games, right?
Yeah.
We had the Lego Star Wars, and obviously the Lego Star Wars Complete Saga was like the best Star Wars Lego game. Like,
yeah. Oh my God. Yes.
So I'm overly ecstatic to play it. It comes out in 2 days, so it is upcoming. So it's probably going to be out by the time that this pod releases.
Yeah, when we talk about when this game releases, our next episode, we are going to go into depth on what makes like a good review on this game. Because
this is going to be like our first review podcast, I would say.
Yeah,
for a game.
Yeah, and I hope it's a good opening door into more reviews. But like I think it's a good starter because of the fact that we have quite the history with this game, and this is what we were talking about, how there's the difference between a remaster and a reboot. And this is definitely a remaster.
This is what I'm assuming is like a remaster reboot. Like they're remastering old games, but rebooting it into something new. And they're going to be making it just so much better. Like the visuals, the graphics.
Oh my gosh.
I was listening to the developers talk about how they made the game, and every single Lego piece you see in there has literally been crafted digitally. Like they put it together digitally.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it was like, it's really impressive too because of the fact that like I looked at like the so they kind of changed up the icons when you select the character, how you used to be like a front profile. Now it's a side profile, but they have a close up of the characters and you see the design. These people literally went in and designed these characters from like digitally from scratch, yet it looks like they photocopied a Lego into high graphics.
Yeah. And obviously Legos are pretty simple, and it's not like, I wouldn't imagine it's super hard now with today's technology and stuff, but
yeah, but you like see the crease of like where it was like when it was built in the factory or something like that. You see the creases and the bumps and the scratches. It's like, what the hell?
It really feels like they actually cared.
Yeah, they really.
And that's something I think we definitely need nowadays in games. You know, it's we need them to really have that care aspect to make the game feel more. But like I said, I could be completely wrong, and then next week we're like, yeah, it was probably the shittiest thing I've ever spent my money on.
I'm gonna be legitimately sad if that's the case.
I will be distraught. I'll have to take more of my antidepressant meds, bro. I'm gonna have so many bad thoughts, man.
Let's keep Justin away from those antidepressants this week. Come on, guys. Oh my God.
Keep me away from my medicine? Yeah. You want to keep me away from my antidepressants? How about keep me away from the overdosing of antidepressants?
Yeah, that's the word.
How about we do that?
No, I'm just hoping that I could just stop you from experiencing anything ever again so that you don't get disappointed anymore.
You know, that's a great idea. Never love anything.
No, don't say that. Justin is not suicidal.
No, I'm good. He's
good.
I have been there. I've worked through it. We don't have to talk about my story right now, okay?
Yeah, we'll save that for another episode where we can extort your story.
Sure. We can extort for more views. Sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, anyway, so Lego Star Wars. In general, I am very excited. It's actually going to be dropping on the day, though, that I'm actually going to be starting a CDL tournament with my twins.
A CDL?
Yep, Call of Duty League. We're going to be competing in the Resurgence competition, and it starts, for at least the open qualifiers start Tuesday and Wednesday. So I'll be live on my YouTube channel, which I'll I don't know what it's going to be yet because I don't really have a YouTube channel, so I have to
Oh,
make
so
one.
you're
So
making a
stream it.
channel.
Yeah, I have to for the tournament. It's one of the rules.
Okay.
Like you have to stream it on YouTube, and yeah, it's a whole thing.
And
Anyway,
Twitch.
we're gonna be doing that. I'm not gonna know what it is yet. Just come watch us on Twitch. Actually, we're gonna be on YouTube. 200 begins on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Like, I the game also comes out the day, so 2 days from now. So the day that I also am like super busy because I've got to go be in a like short film. So
Yeah.
so yeah, like hopefully I really would love to catch that. So
Yeah, if
gonna be
anything, we're
exciting.
gonna be playing it Saturday.
Saturday. Okay.
We'll play it the day before or something. If you're down, we'll have to just play it. I don't know if are you busy Saturday? Next Saturday?
Uh, I don't know.
We'll find out. We'll definitely have a review.
Yeah.
We will put in the time, even if it's the day of.
I think
and-
Saturday is when I'm gonna get it because I that's when I get paid. So
Okay.
but
Anyway,
yeah, for
whatever.
sure.
We just talked about whatever resurgence. Lego Star Wars.
Lego Star Wars.
I'm super excited. We'll get a review on, and then Brennan, go ahead. What is one of yours?
So this one I've been checking out a lot because it's been showing up on my feed a lot. It's called Fable Forge, and so it kind of looks like it's going to be a kind of Minecraft-y kind of game. But it's a very interesting concept. It's an open world where all the animals and stuff like that are randomly generated, and it's also you craft like you create all the weapons and magic spells and stuff like that.
Okay.
So like from scratch. So like if you want to start from like one block all the way up to a Buster Sword from Final Fantasy, you can do that. If you want to craft
Okay,
your own magic, like a spell, you do that.
So is it kind of like a game builder in a way, or
In a like yeah, I guess in a way, yeah, it's like a Minecraft game builder.
okay? So with procedural generation animals, are we talking like No Man's Sky procedural animals? Are we talking like animals like already crafted in Minecraft type of stuff where they just kind of appear?
A lot of probably a lot more Minecraft style because a lot of he really puts in the like this guy really kind of like makes that a point about the animals each time I see something about it, but he always shows stuff like cows and chickens and stuff like that. So I'm like, what's the factor that you're really trying to push here, man?
Yeah,
like-
so I'm a little interested to see how that would work, but that does sound pretty cool. Is it going to be like it's obviously got to be open world, right?
Yes, it's a large open world, procedurally generated, and super huge. Like it's imagine if Minecraft, but you made the blocks like super tiny, like a pixel wide.
Oh,
Yeah, so they
Weird.
they really go into the detail with it.
okay.
I would suggest checking it out.
What is the game called?
Fable Forge. So
Fable
it's
Forge.
all one word on Steam. All they have is sometime in 2022. That's really
Okay.
all I got for a release on that.
Okay. Interesting enough as it is.
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
that sounds really cool.
I've been keeping an eye on this for almost like 4 months now.
Hey, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, the next thing I wanted to hurry and talk about just really quick. I'm actually kind of excited for Wii Switch Sports.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, it comes out my birthday.
Really?
Yeah, it's April 29th. It comes out then. And I'm only really excited for it because, I mean, I played a lot of the Wii Sports game as a kid. I'm curious to see how it's going to work on the Switch, obviously with motion controls, but that's pretty much all I have to say about it.
Yeah, I had to double check because April Fool's somebody released that the Wii Sports was also getting like a re-release of the Nintendo Switch Sports, I guess is what it's called now, but the Nintendo Switch Sports was going to come with a re-release of Wii Sports along with it, and that is an April Fool's joke. Don't fall for that like I did.
That sucks.
I was so happy. I hate April Fools so much.
Dude, same, bro, same.
It's so
it's
mean.
the creator of destruction and loss of hope
It
and
really
dreams.
is. Because they,
Anyway,
yeah, for sure. But yeah, I also have this one just recently came up, but it looks pretty interesting. I just came across this game called Vade Retro Exorcist.
okay.
So it's gonna be an exorcism game where you play as a priest and like a couple other people, and you're trying to exorcise a demon. But this demon is controlled by a player, and this demon can also control other players. So you can possess people.
Oh wait, is this the prop hunt looking game?
Maybe there's another game that's coming out where it's like ghosts, and it's gonna be a prop hunt game.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking of.
I I literally just discovered that today. But I think
Yeah, I was learning about it a little bit, but that's an interesting concept too. It's just prop hunt with ghosts. But anyway, you
yeah,
were saying,
you know,
so,
I actually was gonna add that, but I was like, I don't know enough about this to add it yet. So,
Yeah,
but
me
hey,
neither.
I mean, like here we go. We'll quickly mention that.
okay.
And then, yeah, do you want to do one of yours then?
Yeah, so I now have on here. I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm gonna skip a couple of these real quick because they're really funny. But now we're gonna go to the day before.
The day before, I haven't heard of this one.
I've been watching it on Steam a little bit, but it looks like it's another post-apocalyptic zombie survival open world third person.
Ooh, maybe I have seen this. Wait, hold on. Describe it a little more.
So that's pretty much all I really know about it because it's still kind of, I think, early development. But it's just another kind of thing where it's zombie survival, and it's going to be an interesting concept because it's also mentioning it's an MMO.
Interesting.
So I'm curious to see how that model works for this, but just another thing I'm looking out for. I'd definitely check it out. Again, it's called The Day Before.
Okay, I'm gonna have to double check on that because it sounds really familiar when you like describe it a little bit.
Yeah. I think it's supposed to be like it's supposed to be kind of like a Days Gone type thing, I guess. I don't know.
If Days Gone was good.
Yeah, something like that, man. But yeah.
But yeah, well, I mean, you said you mentioned like a funny one. So before I get into some of these other ones that I'm excited for, I gotta mention this one. I'm pretty excited for the Killer Bean game.
Killer Bean?
Have you ever seen the YouTube video where it's that giant ass bean and he goes around and like kills a bunch of mafia beans?
Yes.
Yeah. So they're
Very,
making
very bad animated.
they're making a game.
Is this the open world looking one?
I think so. It looks fun
No
as
way.
hell, and I am genuinely excited for it. It comes out sometime this year, but that's all I really know about it. I once I found out that was happening, I was so hype.
Hell yeah.
Oh, dude, I can't wait.
Okay, the next one that I have on my list is, you know, let's talk about this one. TMNT Shredder's Revenge.
What? Hold on. There's a new Ninja Turtles game.
Yep, it's pretty much a reboot remaster of the old side-scrolling 2D arcade games.
Really?
It looks fantastic, and I'm super excited to play it. I want to play it with my brothers because that's what we kind of grew up playing it on the Super Nintendo and stuff. And I'm really, really genuinely excited for TMNT Shredder's Revenge.
Yeah. I need a remaster of the game that was based off of the TV show that they had for a while, the animated TV show.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I need a remaster of that one. That I got really excited because that's kind of where I thought this was going, and I was like, "Damn, no!"
Do you remember the what's that one we used to play with the fighting one, the TMNT fighting one?
The one that was like based off of the movie.
Yeah, it was based off the movie characters, but it had it was like a 2D type fighting. It was kind of like Smash Bros in a way.
Ooh.
Oh, I don't remember what it was called. I'll have to see. I'll have to find out. But
was on the Wii,
that was
wasn't
another
it?
cool fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
Anyway, that just kind of reminded me of that old TMNT. But anyway, yeah, Shredder's Revenge. Looking out for that one. I definitely want to review that game just because very nostalgic for me, and I want to give my opinion on it.
Yeah, for sure. I'm I'm gonna have to check that out because I had no idea that was a thing. I didn't know they were remaking or no new one, or is
It's
it a remake?
yeah, it's like I don't know if it's like a full remake, but I know it's like a new, I guess, type. I don't know. It's just you'll have to look it up.
Yeah, I'll
It's
have to
definitely
look
like a
it up.
reboot remaster that we're talking about.
I know that PlayStation recently announced that they're going to be booting or porting a bunch of the old games onto the PlayStation in a collection bundle, but that's as
Mm,
much as I know about Ninja Turtles lately.
yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. I also have what else do I have? Spider Heck. This one's actually pretty interesting. So Spider Heck is they've actually got a demo out right now, but it's very it's as if you played Stick Fight but as spiders.
Okay, so kind of like the stick kind of graphics, kind of fluid animation,
Exactly that.
silly.
It's so fun, and then you get to crawl on walls, jump around, and swing on webs and stuff like that. It's literally if you were like, think. I mean, yeah, it's literally spiders. So just give a stick fight character Spider-Man powers, and that's basically what this game is. It's so much fun.
Cool.
Honestly, you and me should play the demo just for like a video at some point because
I'm down.
we would have such a blast. But yeah, that's another one that I have. What about you? Do you have any more?
I do. Okay, these are kind of like the funny ones. So I have Bionicle Masks of Power.
No, that there's a new one.
Yeah, so it's looking like very, very early development, but it's kind of, I think it's based on the 2001 Bionicle.
The
Um,
movie Masks of Power.
yeah,
No fucking way, dude. That was my
Yeah.
childhood.
same. I saw that and I definitely wanted to point it out for people to go definitely take a look at it. It doesn't really have too much other than just like the graphics and scenery that I've seen,
I'm
but it looks
genuinely
kind of funny.
excited
I
right now.
just, the name really struck a chord with me, so
Oh my
wanted
gosh,
to mention
I
it.
loved all the old Bionicle games. I had one on
Hell yeah, dude.
the Game Boy.
Yeah, man. I'm kind of stoked for
Oh
it.
my gosh, that's great. Let's see. I also have I have let's see. Oh, this one's another one that I've been seeing a lot about. I follow a lot of like game developers on TikTok and stuff like that because they show a lot of the progress that goes through their game in development.
Sure.
And I think it's a really interesting way to get excited for a game is when you see the hard work that's gone into making it, especially when
Yeah.
you play it and you get that final result of all that hard work you've been watching.
Sure.
And this is very similar with Fable Forge. That's where I've been seeing all this. Same way with Exorcist. But the store is closed is going to be a. This one's kind of based off of the Backrooms kind of logic.
Okay.
The game basically tastes. Oh,
Tastes.
yeah.
It tastes good.
The ba. Ooh. Oh, man.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Do you smell toast in here?
You're gonna have a yeah, dude. You're gonna have a stroke every damn episode, bro.
They basically say it without saying it. It takes place in an IKEA.
Okay.
and it's just an infinite like store, like literally infinitely generated store, and all of the workers in there are like they're all trying to get you out of the store, but by killing you.
Ah.
So you have to go around, and it's got like a bunch of crafting implements into it, infinitely generated, and you have to escape the store.
How do you escape something that's infinite?
You know what? That's a good question, and I don't know if he's fully explained that. It could be more of a not infinite, but randomly generated each time thing. Maybe
Yeah,
I'm
seems
confused.
like kind of like a roguelite.
Yeah, maybe I'm confused on it because it's been a while since I've seen updates on it. But yeah, so it's really interesting, and it's a completely destructible environment as well.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
So-
I actually really like that.
So just taking that goes for the enemies too, because you could just walk around and all of a sudden one of the workers just busts through a wall trying to kill you. But yeah,
That's cool.
I'm pretty excited for that one. I think it's going to be a very SCP like. I think a lot of inspiration is taken from SCP Containment Breach.
Cool. That sounds very awesome.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so
Yours.
my last one that I had on my list, it's called AK Axolotl.
What?
Yeah, and the picture of it's just an axolotl with an AK, obviously. But the whole thing, it's a roguelike, but it's a top-down kind of Binding of Isaac looking one.
Okay.
And I don't know, it just like had like kind of cute, cool graphics. It just seems very silly, and I'm pretty excited for it, just for the fact of another roguelike. I do like roguelikes. I have a hard time playing ones that aren't like Risk of Rain because I really like the design of Risk of Rain. So I'm trying to broaden it to go back to like pixel graphics and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks very cutesy and fun. I'm pretty excited for it.
Damn. All right, man. I'm gonna have to check that
AK
out.
Axolotl, definitely go check it out.
I'm gonna have to check that out because that looks like a lot. That sounds like a lot of fun. Is there a release date on any of that?
I don't know if there was a release date on AK Axolotl.
A lot of these we don't exactly have a release date. So keep that in mind. We don't exactly know the release date on a lot of these.
Most of them just say like supposedly 2022 kind of thing. You know, it's like, oh, it'll probably come out 2022, but I'm guessing most likely 2023.
Real quick before I say mine, I actually did write it down. Only one of mine had an actual release date, and it was the Exorcist one. That one comes out June 15th, so definitely go check that out on Steam.
Cool.
We also, so I'm gonna just jump through a few of these just because they sound great, and since you're out of your list, I'm just gonna go through a few of them that I want to just quickly get out of the way, and then
please
mention a little bit more in detail of the ones that I actually want to talk about. But I also have Sonic Frontiers. I know I'm not the biggest fan of Sonic, but this one also is this one's kind of going into Nintendo's big old open world kind of craze that they've got going on. So I think Sonic would actually be good in an open world setting.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, being like a superhero in general, like we talked about, I think it would kind of work in that way, right?
You look at the pictures for it, you wouldn't even think it's a Sonic game. It's really cool looking.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I'd
interesting. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, I'd give it a check out because when they first announced it on a trailer, you didn't even realize it was a Sonic game. Like, it's really interesting.
Cool.
So we also have. Let me see. Sorry, I went through this list a little junky, so I jumped all around the place. This one I don't know a single thing about it. I've never looked at anything, but I just think it was funny how they announced it. So it's a game called Drifter. I don't know a single thing about it. I don't know who made it. I don't know when. I definitely don't know when it's coming out, because the only reason it's on my list is because its release date is when it's done.
Yeah. Nice.
I just thought that was pretty
We need
funny.
more of that.
I just thought that was funny. Then this one I'm pretty excited for. It's Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed, a new Ghostbusters game, and you'd think, really? They actually got some of the old actual movie actors to come back, so like well, I don't know any of their names, but there's some of them are coming back. The ones that are living.
Bill Murray.
Yeah, the ones that are alive, they'll come back.
So they have Bill Murray.
Bill Murray. No, what's his name?
Then the game's not worth it.
Okay, well, they probably will have Bill Murray. He was
Dan
in the
Aykroyd?
last... Dan Aykroyd, yes. Yes, he is definitely coming back. And I don't remember who else. I think one more is still alive. I don't remember which one it is. But
yeah, I couldn't tell you either.
I don't remember their name.
I don't really follow the Ghostbusters lore.
Yeah, but this one's really exciting because it's a first-person ghost hunting game. So you get
Interesting.
all the cool Ghostbuster gadgets along with it, and at the very end of the game, or the big thing about this is that you also get to play as ghosts.
Oh,
So it's a team battle kind of game. So like
Okay.
one group's the like ghosts and one group's the Ghostbusters. You have to kill the Ghostbusters or capture the ghosts. And so it's really interesting, especially in the context of Ghostbusters and stuff like that because of all the cool gadgets and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
Ghostbusters have always had really good games. I've always loved the Ghostbuster games, so I have a
Yeah.
lot of hope for this game.
Cool.
And then just a quick mention because there's not a whole lot of information that we've gotten about this. Hogwarts Legacy. I'm a huge Harry Potter nerd, so
Me too.
when they announced Hogwarts Legacy, I was pretty hype. Not a whole lot of gameplay information. I do know that I just recently saw the kind of free roamish of the what's it called? The broomstick flying and stuff like that. It really did remind me of Anthem.
Oh dear.
So no. This, like yeah, I know how that sounds, but this is like the when we first saw Anthem kind of reminder, and so there was a lot of hope for it. So
Right.
I there's a whole lot of hope coming there.
Yeah, we'll see how that pans out.
Also, they have a whole lot of spells coming out, especially the Killing Curse. So that's gonna be something to mess around with.
Can't wait to use.
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited for that. But that's really all I have for my list,
Yeah.
to my knowledge.
Yeah, that's all I really had from mine too. There isn't a whole lot going on. I mean, that's just I think in general for games right now, there's just not a ton.
Yeah, I mean, like
There's
was
hopeful ones, but it's just like it's not like a giant year for games. I don't think. I don't think it will be
No.
either.
I think maybe we could have had that little hope with Giant Hope for Games because of E3, but now that it's canceled, it's like with it all spread out, the E3 really did help get the hype up for games because everything,
Yeah.
like all the announcements all at once, like it was really overwhelming. And it was like, oh wow, this is going to be a great year for games. Now it's just kind of coming out in increments, so it's a little harder to get all that pinned down.
Yeah.
You know? But
All right. Do we
yeah.
have anything else, or where are we at with time?
Let's see here. I think we are. Yeah, we're about an hour and 7 minutes in, so I don't really have anything on my end to pick back up with. You have anything on your end that you want to mention?
I've pretty much mentioned everything. Like I said, we're going to be doing a tournament or trying. We're going to be pretty much trying to qualify for the tournament. That's going to be through Rebirth Island. So definitely stay tuned. Check us out. Twinamagins. So
No, okay, real quick, is this going to be like a physical thing that you're going to, or is this just like a at-home
everything is
tournament?
digital. So even with the tournament, and it has a giant, well, not giant payout, but it has a good payout and stuff. So top prize is 30,000 for the first place, which is
Yeah.
7,500 for each player. So we're just going to be trying to compete. So we'll see how that goes.
Well, for sure. I hope you win. I'll do my best to try and catch it. Because, like I said, I will be busy for most of the day.
Yeah, and
that
it's not
day.
the big one isn't Tuesday, Wednesday. That's just actually for qualification. So I mean, we're going to be playing and trying out pretty much. So
Okay, for sure.
definitely, if whoever's watching, if you guys want to check us out, please feel free.
And yeah, you guys just have to send me the stuff for it, and then I can check that out and possibly link it in certain areas.
Okay.
Cool. I don't really have anything on my end. I really most I got is just to go check out the Virtually Nerdy YouTube channel. I just recently did a video with the Twinamagins, so I'm hoping to roll some of those videos out soon. But yeah,
Cool.
for sure. I think that's everything.
Hey, bye.
Oh,